Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. This is a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read. I just want to clear you guys with a little bit of root chakra energy here from my Tibetan bowl. Take a deep breath. Before I get started on the read, I want to bring up the energy of feminines around the masculine. It's coming up as a repeated cycle or a pattern, that kind of energy. And I didn't notice until I turned the video on that what I'm about to bring up is sitting right in front of us. And I'll tell you that in a second. There are multiple feminines here. The Empress is reversed, the Queen of Wands is reversed, the Queen of Pentacles is reversed, and the Queen of Cups is reversed in a lesser sense. She doesn't play such a big part in this read. But the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress all reversed. Whether this is the masculine's mother and sisters, whether this is the masculine's partner and daughters, whether this is a boss and co-workers, either which way, there is somebody scamming the masculine. And it's like, how girls will freak out. Like as soon as you get close to the truth that you don't know, because there is scamming going on here. The Liar, Cheater, Thief card's coming up right under the Empress reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the block is the Queen of Wands reversed today. So if someone throws a temper tantrum right as you bring something up, there's something that you aren't seeing, and so they throw a fit every time you bring it up so that they don't have to address it, so you won't see what's actually going on. This is again the Empress reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So some kind of earth sign energy, fire sign energy. And this can be 3 different people, or it can be 2 different people, or it could be one person who's all of those energies in one, right? So they could have a lot of faces going on. But there is some kind of scam going on, if not just people cheating you out of something divine masculine. This is not energy that you should be living with. And this is energy that's around you. And it's like this cycle of going back and forth. Like it gets okay, and then it gets bad again, because the problem never goes away, because there's either people using you for your money, time, and energy and getting away with it, or there's literally stealing or scamming going on behind the scenes, whether it's at work or home. Could be people stealing under the table at work, could be kids taking money out of your wallet at home, but pay attention. And we'll get into more of that energy in the read as we go. I'm going to click my other bells as well. Open up your third eye to crown area a little bit more here. Take a deep breath. And you see a lot of teal is present in the numerology deck. We have blue, teal, and purple as well. So from the throat to the crown, all of that energy is highlighted here. Speaking your truth, using your psychic abilities and your intuitive abilities to actually know what's going on, to not allow others around you to blind you because you're so used to it. You're not paying attention to people taking from you right under your nose. So that is coming up, and right after that message I needed to bring up came up, I realized right in front of me, my little guys from Fiji over here, there's a mother and 2 babies. The mother is not facing us. It's always facing us. She's looking away, and mommy's minions came up in reads many times over the past 2 years, but that's definitely come up before, and that is that again. It's the mother energy turning her face away so nobody can see what she's doing, and the 2 little kids are turned away too, but following what she tells them to do. And you notice that my other little purple guy is here too, which can bring up religion. So it could also be in certain situations someone who's very religious and makes their kids follow the same rules, but this could be out of view of the divine masculine. So this is important. Like I said, whether it's his mother and sisters, whether it's his partner and children, whether it's people at work, bosses and co-workers, or a mixture of those. It's definitely about this underhanded energy. We have the Liar, Cheater, Thief card right here under the Empress reversed, okay? And there's other situations too. Doesn't have to be like that for every person, and it can be in a mild sense. It doesn't have to be in a major trauma sense. But I wanted to bring that up. Today is the 12th, which is the hangman, so don't get hung out to dry. We have the day adding up to the 17, which is the star energy, and the 8. 8 is of higher level manifestation, whereas 4 for me is the manifestation of survival on this planet. 8 is the manifestation of your dreams, not only surviving, but living the way you really want to, what resonates with you. So we have the hangman and the star. So, and remember, Jesus was a star up on that cross, but was that a positive experience for him? No. Okay? So it's all about the perspective here. And also, I haven't flipped my sand art in a while, and so I flipped it over to see if anything would come up. And also the bubbles were getting really big, so whenever I would turn it over, I wouldn't get anything because it would stop the sand right away. So it's just staying straight across. But finally, I got the sand to break up a bit, and I got a picture of a moose. So the moose is coming up here, and Bullwinkle. So that should bring up some memories for some people. The SIRIAN Starseed deck here was cut at 840 to 41, which is 8 of the Strength card, and 40 to 41 is the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, very much about that pure love, self-love, spiritual love, and new love coming up. And also I was getting a lot of heart stress when I started doing the read. The read was completed at 8:59 to 9 o'clock, right on the hour. So the 11th hour to the hour. 8:59 of the 5 of Swords, which is the underlying energy, the 59. And then right on the 00, the 9 o'clock, which is the Hermit, with a lot of source energy backing them up, right? So the Hermit represents the masculine and the feminine as their persona when they go within to find, some wisdom, some perspective in being alone. It also can be a professional, an old man, or an old woman, or a pharmacist, that kind of energy. But this is like the war within, and then finding the light as the Hermit. Okay, so the major arcana for this read were Higher Self, which is like the High Priestess, Solar Deity, which is the Sun, Star, the Lovers. The masculine sees himself as the Lovers today, and Abundance is the final card of the read before the after the read cards. That is like the Empress card, the Abundance card. And then we had 2 Swords, 2 Wands, 1 Cup, and 1 Pentacle. So pretty well distributed, but mostly Wands and Swords, which is being in your head, thoughts, logic. And then Wands has to do with passions, desires, and movement. So court cards, we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands within the read. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. King of Pentacles is upright, the Queen of Wands is reversed. And then the Page of Wands is also present before the read, which is also reversed, which has to do with that out of control temper tantrum energy. And that can be a mother and child as well. We have the code line is all about change and completion today. And the message, the challenge is the 5 of Chalices, which is the 5 of Cups, which is that grieving card of not wanting to let go of the past, not wanting to let go of the third baton until you have a hold, until the other person has a hold of it, right? Making sure you have another job set up before you leave the old job. And that's not the paradigm anymore. It's about leaving when it doesn't resonate with you and knowing what's meant for you is coming into your sphere, that you don't have to have a hold on to it before you let go of the old. It's for you to have the courage to step out of what no longer serves you. So that is the energy around the code line, around change, allowing the change to happen, and completion is coming up for the Divine Masculine today. To toggle up, right? So toggling up is the grounding mechanism to the opposite of the anchoring down, right? To anchor into grounding into the earth. Toggling up is grounding into the etheric realms. To see, to use your third eye, to toggle up, Divine Masculine, to power up. Regarding the 5 of Cups, the grief, a bad marriage, the why in the road, stagnation, Sagittarius, and the Screen Actors Guild is coming up because it has to do with, getting an actor's award, right? Who's the actor in your life? Who's using that to get one over on you, right? Because you always want to make them happy. So if they freak out and get mad and you want to make peace, well, then they're going to get away with it and they're lying to you. They're doing something behind your back. So the seed or the seat of power, so the seed or seat of power in grieving, and the Sagittarius or difficult or bad marriage energy coming up around the why in the road, the stagnation, to give that person the Screen Actors Guild award, okay, for drama, and that's the drama queen, which is the Queen of Wands reversed, okay? We have the Sophia, the divine feminine energy, toggling up, right? The feminine energy is that etheric energy, that half of you. The power of expansion, so that could be a Spence account. The power of expansion, change, and freedom of the heart and emotions. And don't forget that frowns cause sagging. And also, this is all around the change and completion for the sob story. So the masculine should be saying, I don't want to hear it anymore. Seattle came up, as well as a seedy performance of sadness or grief, right? Performing to get attention or to get away with something. Sagittarius coming up, change and completion. So somebody with Sagittarius energy, or just the screen, you know, someone who's a great actor, right? That kind of energy is coming up, the drama queen. Sagittarius is very much about famous singers, and you know, sexy women is a very Sagittarius thing, actors and singers. So we have the five of change and freedom, expansion, but also war, battle, grief, and destitution, exile, right? With change, there is expansion, and that's what causes the difficulties, because you allow yourself to go into the drama as opposed to staying present and just in your knowing. Okay, so, and it has to do with the Hierophant, commitment, marriage, religion, establishment, all of these things. You know, you don't think of those things as war, battle, grief, destitution, and exile, but that's what they are. The establishment had to fight the war to win their way. They're getting their way, but they had to fight to get there. So this is paralleling to you how people in your life, because they know you don't like to fight, will fight you to get their way. And you'll never know what they're actually doing behind the scenes, because you just want peace. You don't care what they're doing. And even though they don't resonate with you, you're still allowing them to be in your energy. So this is about the masculine not being judgmental, but no longer living in energy that's not for his highest good. So we also have, I was getting the release of stagnation, and this has to do with the stag, the horse. The masculines, the Arabian horses running wild and free. So the numbers here regarding change and completion were 5 on the code line. So 5 was the major number or energy of the day, everything to do with change and completion energies. 55 came up, which is that completion, because 5 and 5 is 10, but it's also the one of the truth. We have 2211, which is the Fool and justice, truth and balance, of keeping an open heart and taking a leap of faith. The 12 of the Hangman, or being hung out to dry, the execution, right? And the 25 of the Knight of Wands, the player energy. But when they're upright, it's just really passionate energy, right? It can be really positive, but it can be negative at the same time. We have the 23 of the King of Wands, the 35 of the Wounded Warrior, the 9 of Wands, which also is the Mary Magdalene energy, the 56 of the Two of Swords, the being in your knowing, but also it could be someone pretending not to know. The 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, and then 710 also came up. And remember, the Knight of Pentacles is a very loyal servant energy, very humble. But when the Knight of Pentacles is reversed, they're also very stubborn and stagnant. So the central energy is all about the Two of Wands reversed, feeling like you don't have any options. And this could be someone who's already chosen their path, but then they're stuck on how to implement that change. The challenge being that 5 of Cups reversed, getting over it, right? So you are, thank God, the 5 of Cups is now reversed as the challenge as opposed to upright. But it's about letting go of the past completely and not letting it linger on. No options but to let go of emotions of clinging to the old. Okay, so the war is the underlying energy with the 5 of Wands. Excuse me, not the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Swords. We have the 5 of Swords here. We needed another little ding there. Says the finger of God here. And my finger of God got a little bit bent out of shape. Okay, so that might be a message for you as well. Or wearing a ring on your index finger. Let's see here. So the 5 of Swords is the underlying energy, and beneath that, the cards that I pull on either side, was the Page of Wands reversed, the 3 of Swords reversed, and the 10 of Cups reversed. You know, the Three of Swords reverse is good because it's healing and forgiving on the other side of the separation and heartbreak and three-way situations. But we have the Ten of Cups, which is the end of an emotional or family cycle. The Page of Wands is someone who's frustrated and bratty or throwing temper tantrums, or someone, it could be a child who's sick as well. It's just a lot of frustration, pent-up frustration. The war within regarding frustration, boredom, healing and forgiving, and the end of family or emotional cycle of unhappiness in general. The Ten of Cups reversed is done with the cycle of impatience and no options, running away from injustice at home, lies, cutting through the BS in a split and or divide. It's being done with this whole cycle of all of that. Destined to split, pull the sword from the stone, the strong spirituality of soulmates, twins, or Libra that splits from Leo, Taurus, or Leo and Taurus, or ego, Taurus reversed, or an alternative Leo, or a divorce of Libra and Taurus. There's a strong bond, partnership, and King of Pentacles in a bold move to get going, to giddy up, to move, to travel or ascend, to take the show on the road, speaking engagements perhaps. And then I was getting, all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. So California Summers and California Dreaming was coming up, or City of Angels, or driving coast to coast to spread the word. Lead foot aside, a small ceremony perhaps, and then hitting the road, or having the King of Pentacles perform a ceremony in California, or a state that permits someone to register to marry someone. A brand new type of medicine, shaking it up a bit. A new brand of medicine. Just shaking things up a bit, right? To make you feel good. The Page of Pentacles reverse is letting go, to fix, to repair, mend, or a sovereign, or the masculine sovereignty, while the Hermit sheds light on hanging out and new perspectives, and perhaps others who've been hung out to dry in the past, like Jesus. Transmuting negative energies into the earth, gray matter coming up, in living color, and back to TV or etheric connection. Shedding light on the Jesus Mary Magdalene template, the connection on the cross, Mary Magdalene honoring him for 2,000 years in front of those souls who left him hung out to dry, unable to rest his weary head or soul. And at 9:43, which is the Hermit and the Three of Cups of coming together, that he is a man, he's just a man, he scares me so. And this is from Jesus Christ Superstar, right? He's a man, he's just a man. And I've had so many men before in very many ways. He's just one more. So that's coming up. That was Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice in Olympic Studios. The Olympics is coming up again. That was 1970. You know, what's it all about? And some of the other lyrics are, yet if he said he loved me, I'd be lost, I'd be frightened. I couldn't cope. I just couldn't cope. I'd turn my head and back away. I wouldn't want to know. He scares me so. I want him so. I love him so. So that's at 9:49, the Hermit getting their wish. The impatient Sagittarius drinker or potion maker with an attitude, which can be that sassy Queen of Wands reverse, or could be a teen for sure as well, teen or 20s attitude for sure. And then at that moment, I couldn't find the Six of Swords, which has to do with finding peace or a peaceful place, and it was nowhere to be found. I still don't know where the card went in my mini deck. At 9:58 is the Hermit, and 58, which is the Four of Swords, finding peace, right? Peace for the Hermit in rest, meditation, prayer, connecting in 5D, but can't find a peaceful place to do this. No peace with the end of a family or emotional cycle. Summers at the beach, strong and tackling the boar, with she with big palms and big feet, fond memories of the past, the fall, and socks in the tree, or hung out to dry while lovebirds swooned, so interested in each other they could care less about the dessert, right? So in the beginning of relationships, thinking back on those fond memories, dealing with teens or kids, pulling fangs, when it didn't matter if there was fruit in the house or how things looked, or the perfect couch or ankle bracelet, when only love was what mattered. The summer's gone, a distant memory now. Now, just an errand boy and being told how to look and what to do. Express your love comes up for the masculine, and make the effort is beneath that. And then with the numerology deck, we have follow your dreams, 85. And below that was patience. Have patience with number 2, the high priestess. So have patience, but continue to persevere in following your dreams. Express your love after making the effort to get yourself there. So there's a move, ending marriage, or visiting with friends or family, hanging out or trapped in a box, exposure to the Queen of Wands reversed and a negative group, that their true colors are coming out. Now the masculine's beginning to see it because maybe someone got caught or didn't cover up as well as they usually do, or maybe the masculine's wising up to stuff that's been going on for a long time. The Queen of Cups is upright, looking for more or looking for a move. The Queen of Cups upright is she was looking for more than this, only to find the Page of Pentacles reversed, a student who never learns their lesson. Leo, Capricorn, and Pisces, bad company. I can't deny until the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we are called, and desert's coming up again here, right? People who like deserters. Deserters we are called, chose a gun and threw away the sun. The Queen of Wands reversed, exposed for taking prisoners, and negative influences. Groups of dark magic, addictions, gossip, opportunist. The cup overturned for those who never learn. Heavy curtains and gowns, lace and silk all around. Casinos and cruises. Major Tom and Penelope pit stop and speed racer. And eyes wide shut. Scientology, escape. Barbara Walters and the Barbary Coast. The Queen of Cups trying to stay above negative influences or influencers, and how to get help for her child with trouble in school, with partiers and kids into drugs, gossip, and negative behaviors. Drinks pouring out, frozen in time, wax sculptures, animations of Kermit and Miss Piggy not seeing eye to eye all of a sudden due to social life or group, neighboring influences. The Kermit drunk all the time, and now, once him being professional, he had his own TV show, now is a bad example to her kids. Notice her kids, not his. Or the Queen of Cups is the oldest child mothering the mother and their siblings or parents. And that was at 1032 of the Wheel of Fortune and the Journey, the 6 of Wands. The Page of Pentacles in need of help, money, or an opportunity, or poor student, or always using others to get a leg up at the war within and so without, insecure and not feeling enough, like they're not feeling worthy. Virginia is for lovers came up today as well. Enrichment, by the way. Bold move to change and ascend, or move and travel to hang out with kids and or twin or soulmate, and follow your dreams, but express your love. The recent past for the masculine is the higher self, upright, which is the twin, the partner, the Queen of Swords speaking their truth to anyone who will listen, to heal and forgive, a message of love or loving child. In knowing of the truth and keeping to self, the Queen of Cups reversed now, because they were upright in the underlying energy, but now reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed with dysfunctional family of wealth or inheritance, business or legacy, or loss of money or income. Released from prison, anxiety and fear, to rest, pray, and meditate in 5D with dark night or funeral or one lay to rest. It may be sad, but they are finally free from their prison. The foundation here is the King of Pentacles, with synchronicities of the third party through work, or work issues, losing money, or not getting along, or left work and is free at last. The Page of Swords, news, message, spreading the word, or child who talks about suffering in silence and performing to find balance and freedom. The King of Pentacles, seeing his guidance and messages about suffering and stressed out and purging at work, layoffs, strikes, fired, or need to hire replacements, short on help. So freeing self from the workplace to do your own thing, or others doing that, giving you ideas. The central energy is the Two of Wands reversed, dimming your light, feeling you have no options after good news comes in, success and attention, leading the way, offering money or new life, to the Empress reversed, at war with you or him, with the Knight of Wands, or a younger lover backing them up. That could be a child as well. Or two men fighting over the Empress reversed. Who gets to love her? Or who gets stuck caring for her, if it's an ill or disabled parent? Or the Queen of Cups reversed, with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, negative energy, using money to always save the day, quote unquote, for the Empress reversed, and look like the good guy, while the Knight of Wands is angry or defensive, sticking to their truth, their version of the truth, but without love. So then the Lovers or Devils come up, right? Lovers and Devil card right next to each other. The Empress reversed and the Sealed Divine Feminine could be seen as the Devil, per the Knight of Wands enemy, or the aggressor or defender. Yet the Five of Swords bully and the group are also seen as the masculine devil, the feminine devil and the masculine devil. The challenge being the Five of Cups reversed, letting go of grief, a bad marriage, being stuck at the Y in the road, or waiting for the next to grab the baton before deciding on the next step to take. Frustrated, tantrums, lack of inspiration, and walking away and within. The Lovers and the Devil are the same. They're just two sides of the same coin, the light and the shadow of it. The light is free to be lovers, divinely protected, and the devil lovers are chained together, frustrated with third energy, unable to conceive, defenseless to energies and attacks, and expressing feelings. The energetic exchange, fast-paced communications or travel back and forth at 11:21, which is justice or truth and balance, and the 21, which is the end of things, the world, the end of the cycle, the completion, the coming full circle. The King of Wands has wrapped things up with a group or in coming together, and the King of Wands is standing up for the world, for completion, for the Sealed Divine Feminine and coming together, or he's standing up for her group. With Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine twins, seen as dark energy when they're apart, but when they come together, it is a divine union. The only difference is how others perceive you, how they look at you, because if you're sexually connected apart, you're looked as the devil. And yet if you're together in union, this is the most, beautiful love relationship ever. You are sexually connected, whether you are apart or together. When I wrote apart, apartheid was coming up again. You are sexually connected, whether apart or together. So masculines, what do you value more? A piece of paper or contract that tells you you're connected to someone, which is a 3D construct, by the way, or the natural divine connection, let no man put asunder, which is the true meaning of that expression. What feels good to you, masculine? What is guilt-free? Not feeling like you're doing something wrong, not by societal standards, but by your own divine moral code of love. What is the right thing? Because you know what the right thing is. The Page of Swords is leaning on the truth and exposing all. Death, transformation. I was getting death intensifies. Death, transformation, and transition, and change. The completion of the change, the allowing of the change, of the Sovereign and the King of Cups reversed, and the Magician, the manifesting of the magic. Defenseless King of Swords, who's upright today, presently hanging out after separation and healing and forgiving. Taurus reversed, Capricorn, Gemini, Pisces, Leo, and Scorpio here. Now, in the crowning, in the present moment, is the Sun, which is Leo energy. The Sun exposing, the Emperor reversed, starting over with kids, the past, or with their twin. The Ten of Pentacles reversed, losing money in a painful ending and betrayal, or back pain, overworking or not working at all, and in need of help, money, or an opportunity, or a business or family went under. The Page of Pentacles could be a student or child, but also an opportunity or an invitation to the Queen of Wands reversed. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, the Queen of Wands reversed explodes, erupts, or some kind of sudden event, or starts freaking out about kids spending money. So in other words, changing the subject on you. So right when there's an opportunity for her, in your perspective, Divine Masculine, she freaks out in order to change the subject because now she's freaking out about kids spending too much money, right? Or whatever it is, you get the idea here. blowing her top, her crown, or blowing her cover, or an epiphany, or kicking everyone out of the house suddenly, or her behavior is suddenly exposed for all to see, children and or twins of dysfunctional family, or controlled by superficial things and standards, status, job, business, family, and wealth, etc. News message, or a child spreading the word, expressing feelings back and forth, exposing passionate energy exchange, and a nightmare of the King of Wands in transformation and or death of sovereign or his sovereignty. Happy with self, recovering from exile, the devil or just the Capricorn man, destined King of Wands in the Mary Magdalene buttercup yellow, keeping to self in their knowing of possible rejection and his need to know, and putting it out there to see and touch. And this could be also the feminine putting it out there for the masculine to be able to see and touch, making it real so you can't pretend anymore to be blind, right? If it's out there. Yet keeping the past burning, unable to conceive, conceptualize, or grow. After the full moon eclipse, the King of Pentacles is illuminated to a big offer of love from frustrated Leo or ego, taming the third energy beast, the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Taurus reversed, Aquarius, with ego, with a Leo person and or just their own ego. So this is all of a sudden, this big love is offered to the King of Pentacles, who is someone with status and money, whether this is someone in breakup or after they were almost caught with something, right? Offering love to change the subject. Soon as the star, the Aquarian, or healing and dreams come true, the wounded warrior is over it, but hasn't yet surrendered. Free from prison, anxiety by expressing feelings, conflict with judgment, announcement, and or wake-up call to action at 11:51, which is Justice and the King of Swords. This is a call to action by the King of Swords, or to the King of Swords, the messenger of truth now coming in with the truth. The burden of the hermit, shedding light on the quest to let go of emotional attachments. And this was at 11:52, so here we have the Justice of the King of Swords and then the Queen of Swords. We have Capricorn, Virgo, and Aquarius here. After overworking comes surrendering and confession, dropping it all. But the call is hard work for the hermit, but also allows them at the same time to see more clearly the conflict, competition, and opposition in their life. And for what? The Divine Masculine sees himself as the lover of the beloved, happily exposed and childlike, the dark knight moving toward the High Priestess, the secret or their own psychic abilities, or just the High Priestess or Pisces energy reaping rewards, or the Divine Feminine's heart. Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, and Pisces here. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is resting, praying, meditating, or at rest, or maybe giving something a rest, or trying to get the masculine to give it a rest, while the kids or son is out and at the dark knight's back, like as he leads the way. Exposure of full transformation, death, and end, as the dark knight makes his way over the 4D bridge to new love and passion, and the X put to rest. Around the Divine Masculine, or how he is seen, is the Ace of Swords reversed. Lies, BS, split and divide, overworking or not working at all, and in debt, scammed or settling out, inequitable relations or distributions, to be the King of Swords upright in his truth and his integrity, walking away and within, away from burdens and responsibilities or hard labor, right? Slave labor, or unfair and got scammed, or others ghosted you, leaving you all the burden on your shoulders. The masculine needs to clear blocks of the Queen of Wands reversed, the drama queen, after the worst is over, or you thought so at present, and then the Queen of Wands reversed shows up again, causing more fires for you to clean up. And change comes up, completion, as well as adventure and rebirth, even more so for the masculine today, allowing the full rebirth process to happen. Judgment, announcement, a call to action of the Dark Priestess or Realtor with the keys. The Empress reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, which can be a mother and daughter or the same person, who can also be the Queen of Wands reversed. It can all be the same person. Leo and or ego, or taming, frustrating child or your own frustrations with tantrums, or a child with physical issues or illness, or both the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Empress reversed are present to or living with a frustrating or Leo child with issues, hanging out, healing, and forgiving, or possibly a miscarriage and healing, and a dark priestess or alternative nurse, or one with the keys to the house, perhaps a neighbor, friend, or realtor, or the landlord, running away, scammed, ghosting, liar, cheater, thief, or passing downloads and shining light, healing, dreams come true with jealous people around you. Or the Queen of Pentacles reversed is jealous, a jealous Taurus, Aquarius, or just insincere, or with a jealous, insincere Knight of Cups reversed around them and no love. The Empress reversed, ghosting or hot air balloons, that could be someone who never shuts up about stuff, with a light bulb moment or getting attention, good news, success, or leading the way with partner to new big love or passion. The Chariot comes up here after the read in a bold move to divorce or be more spiritual, alternative, or escape the box, or move on, work, offer help, or propose as humble servant. The Lover, King of Cups reversed, is emotionally detached or could be over-emotional at the moment, or with conditions of love, but now manifesting magic with DNA strand. Cancer is here, as well as Taurus reversed, Virgo and Gemini, they're all upright except for Taurus, and Cancer lovers making magic or ascending together, passing downloads and leading the way. At 1219, which is the Hangman, and the 19 of the Sun, the Virgo, Taurus, and the King of Cups reversed are manifesting. And by the way, the Empress reverse could be someone who had a miscarriage. It could be an abortion as well. And it could be someone, because the Seven of Swords is right next to her too, it could be someone who pretended to be pregnant or never told someone about a pregnancy and then aborted it. So all of those different situations could come up. If someone did have a miscarriage, I'm very sorry about that. I've had a miscarriage, so I definitely can relate. It's a very lonely experience. We have 1219, which is the Hangman, and 19, which is the Sun. The Five of Swords on the warpath of the King of Pentacles, lovers, in split and or lies, and the higher self without option and challenged by getting over the grieving process of ascension and shining their light. Healing and dreams come true as the Queen of Wands reversed is exposed, as in lack, or the Empress reversed, or exposed by the Empress reversed, or the Queen of Wands reversed is happy or can be arrogant as well, and energized that the Empress reversed is in lack or sick. So somebody could be showing their dark side by actually laughing or being happy that someone is sick or lost a child or that kind of thing. Or Leo mother or aunt or grandmother is frustrated, or a frustrating child with tantrums, or with a child who actually has an illness or lost a child and unable to conceive again, or stuck with kids and ill parents while others achieve their dreams and find true love, while couples are making magic together. The Page of Wands reversed may be acting up after or in a separation of the Ten of Cups reversed family war with the higher self, or a child who could be a bad student in need of help. The King of Pentacles without option. So any of these pages are children, but they also can be, adults acting like children. The King of Pentacles without options. Now, they could have made their choice of path, but no options in how to get out of the box to go on that new path. Or they just feel stuck in making a new path or choice, and then challenged by getting over grief or a bad marriage in order to expose all and he be happy, or him take a vacation in the sun, or retire and relax. The lovers shine with healing and dreams come true after a split of the Queen of Wands reversed and the Empress reversed, ghosting, scam, or scammed, laundering money, or passing hot items under the table and bragging about it, or the Divine Masculine with a new love and exposure, or the Leo causing jealousy or is jealous, or insincerity issues, and the Queen of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and Empress reversed are all lying, cheating, and stealing as a group, a negative group or family or friends, And twins are passing downloads, leading the way to partnership, to new love, to spiritual love, and manifesting magic. All right, so a lot of this read was coming up as posing, both sides of the coin. The same situation with the negative and the positive aspects of it. So I'm going to pull you a few cards. It's 4004, so the reflection of the Page of Cups and the Emperor, which is, again, the two sides of the coin, right? The Emperor in control, and the Page of Cups, that innocent, pure love that doesn't need control, right? They just need love. So I want to do this one more time. This is like third or fourth eye. I think it's like a B flat, but let me know if this affects you in any way. What chakra do you feel, or what part of your body do you feel when this rings? All right, let's pull some oracle cards. Not too long, though. This is the animal deck. Let's see what we have. This is for, today is the 12th of January, 2020, for everybody watching, and the best and highest good of all those concerned. Take a deep breath. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the best and highest good of all those concerned, and then filling those empty spaces with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we have the 10 of Winter, the Siberian Husky dog. Oh, our old doggy kind of looked like that. It wasn't a husky, but the end of a career path, project, or relationship brings feelings of mixed joy and sadness, relief and disappointment. Put aside your fears about these changes and trust that a brighter future awaits. All right, so this is, again, confirming going through transitions and changes and just allowing it to happen without fear. All right, even if you have discomfort in your body that you can't get rid of, meditate, take a walk, take a nap to allow your body to just reset naturally. Okay, so then we have this Queen of Winter wants to come out as well. So we have two winter cards. And this one says experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. The Leopard. All of your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, and disengage from people who create more drama, and that was up in the read, than happiness. And definitely clearing out the house. I need to do that. So throw away stuff that you don't need, that you've just been holding on in case you needed it someday, but you never actually use it. Think about things. If you just try to throw out one thing a day in addition to your daily stuff, you could get rid of a lot of clutter by just doing one piece a day. This is funny. I'm not pulling these cards, but I didn't see that one before, and that's really funny of the cow. But the cow wants to be seen. Oh, that's why the cow wants to be seen. There was I don't know what episode it was. I was listening to Leo King one day a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about we're in the year of going into the year of the rat, and the next year will be the year of the ox, which I'm the year of the ox, but talking about how the rat catches a ride on the ox, right? Because the rat is kind of sneaky and gets other people to do the work for them. So there's that energy of the cow coming through here saying, huh? Like, what have they been doing? What have they been doing on my coattails? All right, so that's coming up from the read today. All right. But also just your success and your work. That everything's okay, so don't worry about any of that stuff. And then the bottom of the deck is the Magician, which we end this read on. The Magician, number 1, and there's the horse, and the Arabian horses came up today, as well as the stags. But this, it is a unicorn. And this reminds me of the Olympics, too. And we have the infinity symbol above as well. The unicorn, there's magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. There's magic in the air. Okay? And we're definitely in the winter. We have the 10 and Queen of Winter. All right, so from Metatron. This is the Metatron deck. It's called the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. So what does Metatron want us to know today? This January 12, 2020. All right, that came right up. Evolution, birthing the new. All right, so rebirth came up in the read. And the heart again. I actually pulled some cards myself, and the man with a heart came up again. And again, here's that heart with the baby of the uterus, birthing the new, and 40 is the Page of Cups again. And this also wants to come up, and you notice they're pink and blue of birthing the new. Communication, speak up and be heard. This is the masculine, right? Because the two keys are the portals, the masculine's mouth and the feminine's ability to create life, okay, the vaginal canal. So speak up and be heard, divine masculine, even if it's a message in a bottle, right? Listen, here's the shell, right, where you need to listen as well. It's not about just being heard. It's about also listening to the other, back and forth. All right, so the rebirth, birthing the new, and evolution, and communication. Speak up and be heard. This is coming up too. As above, so below, heaven and earth. So the reflection of that and the two sides of the coin, that all came up in the read again. And this is very beautiful pink, rose pink compassion energy. And the willow, the weeping willow, right? To allow the reflection of your tears to become something beautiful. And then there's actually another card that wants to be seen too. Signs from Spirit with Love. All right, a beautiful little bird that spring is just around the corner. And 50 is the 10 of Cups, new love, new chance for complete emotional fulfillment. And this is beautiful. This is like an early spring warning. And the colors are coming up as all the colors. Oh, very interesting. The last one that is coming out is Indigo, which is 21, which is the world, completion, mystery and mastery of life. And she's not wishing on the star, she's just appreciating the star in gratitude. And look at the colors, how they came up. Okay? So it's like we have the blues and the purples and the greens, the reds, the pinks. There's a bit of yellow in there too. It's like going from the root, because there's more brown in this card, going from the root of the tree to the sacral and solar plexus chakras, right? Getting towards the uterus energy and the stomach. Could be the stomach for some as well. And then, going to the heart, and then the throat, and then going up to the third eye to crown. Okay, and this Archangel Sandalphon wanted to come up again too. This is like the third time this week, with you now. So those of you who are not familiar with Sandalphon, you might want to look up some information about them or try to connect, which is 22, the Fool. The underlying energy in this deck is inner child. Hear and know me, your own inner child. Such a sweet card, okay? So know who you are inside, your inner child. What does your child want to feel loved today? Ask today. All right, from the Kipper deck, what wants to come up from the Kipper deck? What wants to come up from the Kipper deck? All right, despair to sudden wealth. Okay, to poverty again. To marriage. It's just expressing you the cycles of energy, how they go in loops. It just goes back and forth, right? Marriage and then empty nest. This is the cycle of life. Don't worry. Just be present and allow the cycles to happen. Don't imprison yourself in your thoughts. Main female. Stay on the path, on your journey. And I'm getting sound in my left ear right now. Expectation, okay? So let go of the expectations and just be present. Enjoy yourself, okay? There's the masculine thinking about you and you thinking about him, okay? It's two sides of the same coin, you see? Let go and just enjoy the moment. That way the universe can bring it together naturally. Okay, and then the energy deck. This is the Energy Oracle card. Make sure you get plenty of rest and rejuvenation. Make sure you drink your water. All right, let's see. What is the message from the energy deck? 36, the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. And that's the sacral chakra. That came up for me as well earlier. 36 is the 10 of Wands, right? Don't carry the weight of the world upon your shoulders, the burdens, right? Let go. It's okay to be responsible, but you don't have to carry other people's responsibilities. That's the point. Just stay present. And also, you know, I used to be so adamant about all the details. You know, I'm a Virgo, making sure your statements are reconciled every month and that your bills are paid early and all that kind of thing. And I'm not like that at all anymore. And it's 2/22. Now, when I forget things, Spirit reminds me always, because then I don't worry about it. And when I do forget things because I have issues with recall because, well, I'm older, and you know, besides just getting older and menopause, I was then hit by a car. So I slammed my head on the street and I was rehabbing. That was back in 16, so it's been 3 or 4 years now. But I still have trouble recalling energies or information. But just just know, if you don't get frustrated and impatient with yourself, that the universe will always remind you. And it's pretty cool how it happens. So we also have Man Holding a Heart, which also came up for me earlier, which I told you. So that's pretty cool. And 5 of attachment, right? So let go of attachments. And that number 5 was the big number of the day. So 45 also, because that was the challenge, the 5 of Cups. And 36, the 10 of Wands, the burden that needs to be dropped. The underlying energy is the Garden and the Gate. The 30 of the Union. The 4 of Wands, the home. And just, you know, this is like standing at the Y of the road too. Which way you're going to go? You want to go out and explore, or do you want to go inside and enjoy your home? Okay? So don't stand at the gate too long. And then the last deck is my Nature Whispers. Let's see what comes up for you here. Take another deep breath, guys. Oh, by the way, I'm 58, if you were wondering how old I am. I'm not afraid of my age. I don't want anyone saying that. I just didn't think you really care. But all right, let's see what we have here. We have Let Love Be Your Beacon, 42. And the 42 is the 2 of Cups, the soulmate, that deep bond. And let's see what wants to come up. By the way, while I'm looking at this, the underlying energy is Illumination, number 2, which is the High Priestess. Really pretty pastel colors in that card. I am a little bit tainted towards the pastels. I really love pastels, like rich pastels. Let Love Be Your Beacon, the 42. I keep seeing this she's holding, like a pocket watch or like a locket. But it looks like a fish, right? The skeleton of a fish. Oh, that's Jesus hung out to dry, right? The fish is Jesus. It's like, it's like Jesus saying right now, why would you put me hung out to dry around your neck? Like, why do you like to use that as the symbol of me? Right? You don't need to show me as Jesus that you connect with me. I already know that. That's a human need. That's not a need for me. So don't do it for my behalf. It's like, why would you want the death reminder when you have all of this life right in your present moment to notice? You got the bunnies and the butterflies and the squirrels and the flowers and the green. Oh, and look at this. I didn't even notice. This is, I don't know if that's a peacock or something else, but it's got all those beautiful colors. But all I see is this dead fish with a heart with lots of holes in it. Right? So why do you want to make this the centerpiece of your life? I'm getting that message. Don't do that. Be present to all the beauty in your life. Don't focus on the death. Allow the changes. Death is just change. So allow it to happen. Go with the flow. Hold on to a bug if needed to get you there. Illumination of all the beautiful colors. So beautiful. And again, this is reminding you of the eclipse of the moon effects. So a lot of what you're going to feel has to do with the effects from the eclipse here. Okay. And underneath that was the renewal of peace, the little baby in the tree, right? So after there's rebirth, there's a time for rest. You need to rejuvenate before you can get going, right? Babies sleep a lot. All right. I have to show you the cards, and then I'm going to let you go. So we have the Five of Orbs is that underlying energy. Recent past is the higher self. The Foundation is the Master of Crystals. I was just getting Master of the House again. The center energy is the Two of Wands or Flames. The Five of Chalices is the Challenge, which is also Cups. The other underlying energies, as well as the crowning position, is the Sun or Solar Deity. Then we scroll across up to the Star. The masculine seeing himself as the Lovers. And around him is the Ace of Swords reversed, or Orbs. The blocks he needs to clear has to do with the Queen of Wands reversed. And then we end up, and notice the colors, there's a lot of teal. We never have 3 teal cards there, so that's a lot. So it's all like throat chakra up. And then we end up on the Empress reversed, or black, which is abundance or lack. And then we have the Seven of Swords or Orbs above that, which is the balloon. And then the Six of Wands, which is upright today. And then it was upright. And then the Two of Cups was upright, and then so is the Lovers. And then we have the Ace of Cups upright above that. All right, and it ends on the Magician with the Lovers there. So really beautiful. Okay, guys, make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy in your nature, and no worries, right? Just be good to yourselves and rise and be loved.